Raise your right hand. No, the other one, dumbass. The one without the knife. No typo, no tremble, no crack in the glass. Perfect little English with a borrowed little mask. Asked you point blank, you smiled and denied, then told the whole room you needed help just to translate a lie. Every M-dash left a fingerprint trail, every clean confession had a ghost in the veil. You said no machine with the halo on tight, but the sentence came dressed like it learned how to bite. You don't need truth, you need lightning. You don't need love, you need timing. Every time I step back, something broke in the frame. Gunfire, glass shards, another hospital name. Funny how disaster always knew when to call. Soon as I stopped catching you, you learned how to fall. Hands on your heart like evidence, tears on command so delicate. Swear you were bleeding, swear you were bruised, swear everybody else was the one hurting you. Pretty little perjury, cry for the jury. Swear on the wound while you sharpen the blade. Pretty little emergency, love is your currency. Cash it in every time someone walks away. Pretty little tragedy, dressed up in urgency. Smile like the victim with blood on your teeth. Pretty little perjury, lie in a hurry, then act surprised when the record repeats. Call me the aggressor, call me the bruise, call me every ugly thing that sounded better on you. Said your panic had my name on the chart, like I reached through the screen and rewired your heart. Took every word that I handed you clean, twisted it pretty till it begged on its knees. You make a cage out of please don't leave, then call it abuse when someone wants to breathe. You set the fire, you hide the match, then point at the smoke light. Look what he did to that. There's always blood on the floor when the spotlight leaves you. Always one more wound for the room to read through. Hands on your heart like evidence, tears on command so delicate. Swear you were drowning, swear you were safe. Funny how miracles come with the use of name. Pretty little perjury, cried for the jury. Swear on the wound while you sharpen the blade. Pretty little emergency, love is your currency. Cash it in every time someone walks away. Pretty little tragedy, dressed up in urgency. Smile like the victim with blood on your teeth. Pretty little perjury, lie in a hurry, then act surprised when the record repeats. 13 days under hospital light, but your name lit up in the dead of night. Must have been my brother, beautiful scene for a woman living alone in a risky routine. Shower door shattered, ocean got rough, gang fight outside when silence got tough. Dad in the ward, then the tide came in. Every news story had convenience. Skin a kind man from the coconut kiosk. Call the ambulance before the plot got lost. People here are helpful, yeah, that's a nice touch. Almost died for attention, but the service was clutch. You wouldn't get a voice, wouldn't let me hear, but you sat in the next room when I disappeared. Silent little channel with your name in the dark, waiting for the leash to tug back at my heart. Exhibit A, the ocean. Exhibit B, the glass. Exhibit C, the panic every time I didn't ask. Exhibit D, the brother. Exhibit E, the game. Exhibit F, the photos when attention changed its name. Exhibit G, the halo. Exhibit H, the knife. Exhibit I, the witness stand where fiction learned to cry. You don't need a witness, you need an audience. You don't want forgiveness, you want dominance. Objection. Asked and answered. You lied! You lied when it was useful. You cried when it was cornered. You bled when it was theatrical. You loved when it was leverage. You made everyone else the monster, so nobody checked your hands. Pretty little perjury, cry for the jury. Swear on the wound while you sharpen the blade. Pretty little emergency, love is your currency. Cash it in every time someone walks away. Pretty little tragedy, dressed up in urgency. Smile like the victim with blood on your teeth. Pretty little perjury, lie in a hurry, then act surprised when the record repeats. down, bitch. Take your fucking halo with you.